14 years ago, a hurricane hit the Grand Strand, and it's still benefiting the American Red Cross to this day. Find out what it's all about coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at Agape Senior Assisted Living in Garden City, a little north of Inlet Square Mall. We're focused on the upcoming Hurricane Golf Classic to be held Saturday, August 2nd. And we're visiting with Charlie Thrash, the founder of the tournament, to benefit the Coastal South Carolina chapter of the American Red Cross. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for coming in.
It's my pleasure.
Next Saturday, getting close, August 2nd.
It certainly is. We're always get excited about this time, and we have a wonderful venue to hold our event on this year, and we're looking forward to having another great Saturday afternoon with the Hurricane Classic.
Caledonia, what a tremendous course. Actually, John Springs was with us on Monday promoting a tournament this weekend at True Blue, the sister course down there in Pawleys Island, but to benefit the Coastal Samaritan Center. But of course, the Coastal South Carolina chapter of the American Red Cross has turned to Caledonia this year. And have you been playing there in the past?
Well, this is the second time we've been at Caledonia. Last year we were at True Blue,
right,
and this year returning to Caledonia. And everyone has a wonderful experience when they play golf or just visit. Probably one of the most gorgeous golf courses in the world, and built on some old plantation property right down there on the marsh. And it's hard not to have a wonderful time and a wonderful experience when you play golf at Caledonia Golf Club.
Charlie, if a viewer didn't hear that, you said one of the most beautiful courses in the world.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Well, they go to great extremes to make sure their course is landscaped in great condition all the time, and it's just a wonderful piece of property. Mike Strandes, who was the architect for that course, had a wonderful setting to put together a very imaginative golf course, and it's just a great place to go play golf. Just a great place to visit.
Yes, yes, yes. Do you get to golf a lot, Charlie?
I never get to play enough.
Good answer.
But I try to get out about once a week. As part of my duties out at the university, I'm also the general manager at Quail Creek Golf Club.
Okay.
And so, obviously, if you're going to run someplace, you ought to go play it every now and then. Just to go out there, as I say, do a site survey occasionally to make sure everything looks right. So that's my excuse to get out on the golf course.
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned that the Coastal Carolina University has a tremendous professional golf management program, and you were the manager of the program. You were the director there.
I'm the director there. I've been there for a little over 6 years now.
Is that right?
We really, the professional golf management program is really a dual-track initiative. Our students are full-time students in the Wall College of Business, going through the entire academic curriculum as any other student, getting a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from the university. And while they're doing that, they will also complete all the requirements to become a card-carrying, dues-paying member of the PGA of America when they graduate.
How exciting.
It's an exciting program. We attract a great group of young people.
Mm-hmm. I believe Horry Georgetown Tech has a similar program.
Horry Georgetown Tech runs a turf grass management program.
Okay, forgive me, yes.
I think now actually the title of their department is Sports Turf.
Okay.
And they have a wonderful golf course superintendent's educational
there we go.
and
Forgive
training
me, that's
program.
what I'm thinking about. But both of them tie into Quail Creek.
Oh, yes, sir. And we work together very closely with the staff at Horry Tech. For example, our students have to take a food and beverage course. We use our culinary school at Tech to teach that.
Good.
They have to take some golf course turf grass management courses, and we also offer them a basic golf course design class. Mm-hmm. And we use the expertise and the faculty at Horry Tech to provide those courses to our students. And then, of course, we all have access in a partnership way to Quail Creek, and so it's a pretty neat operation. Probably, I don't like the word unique so much, but I would say probably in the United States it's the most cooperative between two such programs that you'll find.
That is tremendous, Charlie. That's probably something a lot of folks may not know about. that there is that kind of a great symbiotic relationship right out in Conway, benefiting both tremendous schools and, of course, this great industry that serves the Grand Strand to such a wonderful degree.
Well, it's fun to be a part of.
Yes, yes, I bet it is. You also mentioned, albeit that I know it's not tied into the tournament, but you've been active with Myrtle Beach Golf Holiday.
Yes, as you mentioned earlier, I was the general manager up at Bay Tree Golf Plantation for a number of years, and during that I was fortunate enough to spend several terms on the board of directors of Myrtle Beach Golf Holiday, another great organization that promotes our community.
Right. You also sound a little bit like, what's the name of the guy? Mickey McCamish, don't you?
Well,
you ever been accused of answering the phone and someone saying Mickey?
No, I tell you, I would be thrilled, though. I'm a great Mickey McCamish fan. He
Yes.
was a great part of our community for a number of years, and he helped put Myrtle Beach on the map.
Yes, yes.
But Bill Golden, who's taken his place,
Great job.
will do a fantastic job also. So we're very fortunate to have some wonderful leadership in that organization.
Absolutely, Charlie. What an exciting time. And, of course, this being the 14th annual Hurricane Golf Classic, and to think about all the dollars that have been raised to benefit the Coastal South Carolina chapter of the American Red Cross in Horry, Georgetown, and Williamsburg counties. 3 very large counties. Having a tournament right down in there in the heart of the 3 counties is wonderful.
It certainly is. The Springs family has been very generous to us in providing that venue to let us come out. And you're exactly right. We used to hold the tournament kind of up on the north end. Actually, when I was at Bay Tree, we used Bay Tree as a great place to host it. But when the 3 chapters merged into a 3-county area now, kind of down in the South Strand area became a perfect place for us to do that. We're looking at raising somewhere around $25,000.
Fantastic.
And we're going to spend every penny of it right here in our own community.
Absolutely.
So, we kind of named it at the start Hurricane Classic because the benefits from the tournament all go toward really helping fund to pay for any disaster type related activities within our area. Great. And knock on wood,
yes, please.
We hadn't had one of those big type of disasters in a long time, but we have little disasters all the time around us. And for example, one of the charters of the Red Cross in the local areas is to respond to fires, home fires. Yeah. And actually, that's our biggest challenge in this area. We've already had somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 fire-related incidents that have displaced over 700 people just this year.
Since the first of the year?
Since the first of the year.
Boy, that must be well over even where they were last year, which was a banner year for fires. I hate to say it that way, but...
And we've already spent a little over $125,000 of our funds, and that's all money that we have to raise internally here locally to support those people. And not only did we support the individuals and try to help them get back on their feet, but also we're there shoulder by shoulder with the fire crews and responders and the emergency responders. So it's quite a task sometimes.
Charlie.
And this 3-county area, I don't think most people realize the amount of area that is. That's over 3,000 square miles that is in our responding area now.
Horry is, of course, the largest county in the state. Right. I think Georgetown's the 4th largest. Williamsburg may be the 3rd or 5th. I mean, you've got 3 of the top 5 largest counties in the state that make up the Coastal South Carolina chapter of the American Red Cross, a board which you have served on, I believe. Share with viewers what prompted you to originally join the board and what year that was, Charlie.
Well, I spent a career in the Air Force, and I retired in 1995. And when I retired, an old Air Force buddy of mine, still a great friend, Rick McDowell, was the executive director of at that time, the Horry County chapter of the American Red Cross.
Right.
And Rick decided I didn't have enough to do, and asked me if I would put on a golf tournament as a fundraiser for the Red Cross. So that's kind of how it started. Brought me in on the board, and been a member of the board. We have term limits, so sometimes you go on and come back off, but we've continued the golf tournament throughout that time, and it's been a great relationship. You can't think of I still can't think of a better organization to support than the American Red Cross.
Well, I recently saw a full-page ad with a bunch of heroes for the Coastal South Carolina chapter, and a lot of folks that are really stepping up to the plate, but there's still great needs. There's still a lot of needs, even if folks are getting $1,000 out of their pocket or more, or even less. Every dollar will make an impact for the Coastal South Carolina chapter.
It certainly will, and this is, as we all know, this is a very rapidly growing area that we live in.
Right.
That makes it exciting.
Right.
That also means that we all have to step up to the plate a little bit more to support, especially charitable, self-generating,
Right.
if you want to say, in our local community, and to provide that support. A lot of people need it, and we're proud to say that the Red Cross is there. It's I guess if one thing I look at it, if something happens, we're expected to be there.
Yes, absolutely. Those vans and that sign right there on your chest will be apparent. They will be out there along with the fire and police professionals here in the area.
You know, there are other activities that we also support that people kind of know about, but they don't think about it till you remind them. We do lots of life-saving training. We'll train somewhere in the neighborhood of 14,000 to 15,000 people a year.
Annually?
Yes, sir, and everything from CPR to life-saving skills to water safety.
Right.
So we spend a lot of time out in the local community, at schools. We have programs that start in the elementary schools, and then we'll do a lot of on-site training for companies for their employees. And
I didn't know that.
And then we do our own training at our facility on the former Air Force Base.
Right, of course, on Pampas Drive there. Speaking of that, if a viewer needs to get off to work now, Charlie, or get family out of the house, what's the best phone number for someone to call, and is there a website that they could possibly get information about the golf tournament or even sign up online?
The website is coastalscarc.org.
Okay, coastalscarc.org.
Yes.
Great.
And you can go on that website, matter of fact, and download an application for the golf tournament.
Tremendous.
For either a sponsorship or if you want to play as a group or an individual.
Okay.
And the phone number is 477-0020.
Tremendous. 843-477-0020. And of course, again, all the dollars will be kept right here in Horry, Georgetown, and Williamsburg counties. Be reinvested back for hurricane prevention, as well as anything that comes over that $25,000 amount. I'm sure you'll plow back into fire and numbers of other areas that need dollars.
That's my charter, to keep it local.
Right, right. Listen to that. And you've been doing that for a long time, Charlie. Now, Myrtle Beach is not, I believe I saw in your tour of duties in 26 years with the U.S. Air Force, 3 separate stops here in Myrtle Beach.
We were a very fortunate military family.
Yes.
They first came here in 1979, spent a couple of years, and then we spent a hardship tour in Hawaii. Came back to Myrtle Beach again in the mid-'80s, and we're here for about 5 years. Air Force sent me off to a senior service school and then back again for the 3rd time in the early 90s. And so,
is that right? The base just closed in '93. Were you a colonel when it...
when I came back the last time, I returned as a vice wing commander, and unfortunately, it was my job to set up the initial base closure process.
Is that right?
That was a sad occasion, really. But no, we were a very fortunate military family. As a matter of fact, my children graduated from high school with the same crowd they started the 1st grade.
Is that right?